It seems like a very well organized, fun event. I'd like to be able to spend a little more time here.
Well, it's huge like always, and I love the vibe, especially when you come in the morning and you have this music and you see all these people.
HR Latvia is a great opportunity for people to come together, to learn, to grow, to connect. I've been inspired by the questions, the mindsets, and the optimism about the future. I'm very happy to be here.
Konference ir ļoti laba, dzīva, aptver ļoti plašu jautājumu klāstu, gan teorētiskas lietas, gan praktiskie piemēri iz dzīves, tā kā man liekas, ka pasākums ir ļoti izdevies.
I had no idea of just how big, how well organised, how many people were here, and what a fantastic array of speakers. So, no, hugely impressed by the whole thing.
I'm really happy to be back here, and I always think the conference is really professional. It makes us think about the future of HR and really a lot of new provocative thoughts, and I think that's helping us to move towards a better future.
What I would love to wish to all the attendees is that they come out here inspired and that they see the future as something that they can co-create.
Good luck and a prosperous future. And then we actually learn to make use of the extraordinary technology we have so that we can all lead better lives doing more of the things that we actually really like doing.
I can only wish that they take away something that they haven't thought about, and I think one of the speakers said it this morning. Think about how you're going to change your leadership or your HR professional work.
Ne var novēlēt neko tikai veiksmi un lai izdodas un lai kaut ko apguvam no šīm divām dienām un padara viņam veiklākos, labākos un pamana, ko dara nepareizi vai ko dara pareizi un mācās daudz un izmanto to ikdienā.
If everyone gets to play more and embrace their inner child, the world will look very differently than it does today.
It's so easy to sit back, be motivated, but then you forget it the day after. So please go back home, write down the key elements that you learned from this conference and make sure that you implement it in your life and in your workplace.
Ņemot vērā to, ka šis ir saistīts ar personāla jautājumiem, es novēlētu visiem personāla vadītājiem mīlēt cilvēkus.
My number one wish is that today everybody makes a decision, a commitment that their future self and their future business will thank them for. And remember that we always overestimate the risk of trying something new and underestimate the risk of standing still.
My key message is that we're in a massive period of transition in terms of the way we organise our economic lives and our work. And for anybody who works in these fields, one's got to be understanding of the bigger forces at flow and the bigger processes that are taking place.
The headline summary of my presentation was, don't waste the biggest reframing moment of our lifetimes. Being future ready means 4 things: the curiosity to learn, the courage to unlearn the always done ways, the clarity to focus, and the commitment to decide. And when volatility is high and change is high, not taking a risk is a risk.
My presentation really looked at the fact of whether artificial intelligence is a friend or foe. If we're not careful and if we really use it too much and are not understanding about how it works and what it could do for us. So it's really about taking the best of AI, using it to automate things, using it for to gather information and so forth, but not relying on it and using it as a tool within our organisations.
The key message was that if we anticipate properly the future, if we think about the future and anticipate it, it can help us take hope forward rather than anxiety.
Mans prezentācijas galvenā doma bija tāda, ka mēs dzīvojam laikā, kurā notiek sabiedrības novecošana, līdz ar ko noveco arī darba spēks. Ir jāsāk skatīties uz to arī kā tāda veida iespēju, ne tikai vienkārši realitāti. Līdz ar ko visiem būs jāstrādā vismaz līdz 80 gadiem, manuprāt, tas ir brīnišķīgi.
The main message is that we should look inside of ourselves to find peace in the world. Take that into the workplace that we're living in, so we create a thriving workplace. because we all spend most of our time in our workplaces, so we better make that time worth it and really good.
Well, the overall message of my presentations is that we need to build learning ecosystems, which is actually collaborating together in an organization, using innovations for good, to collaborate, to engage, to actually help us with our well-being. So find your inner child. That's my biggest message in times of innovation.
I guess the main message of my presentation would be maybe two things. One would be let's take mental health seriously. And secondly, let's recognise that as employers, we can do an awful lot to remove the unnecessary stress that people experience in their workplaces.
Es neesmu HR specialist, bet es gribu dalīties ar savu pieredzi no tā puses, ka mans darbs ir mans hobijs. Un tas uzskats, laikam, kas man ir uz savu uzņēmumu, ir, ka es esmu veidojis no saviem hobijiem, no savām lietām, ar kurām aizraujas, esmu padarījis savu darbu.
So the key message for me today was around how to get your employees to embrace the future, both through play, but also how we talk in the Lego group about Futurify, we use our leadership model around being curious, focused and brave, and the job that they're in, because we know jobs will change in the future.